Hello everyone, welcome to the Concern Podcast where we unpack political, social, economic and cultural stories shaping our world. I am Emmanuel Taban. Now, interesting story coming up. The governor of Jonglei state, Riek, has been flown to Kenya, Nairobi after he has fallen sick. Now, Riek has been very sick. It is alleged that when he was in Duke County for an official duty, he fell sick. And he went there, of course. We know that Duke County has been in a very critical problem because of the fights between the SPLA-IO and the SSPDF. So Riek, the governor of Jonglei State, was in Duke County for an official visit, probably to look into some of these insecurity problems. And while there, some reports claim that he was poisoned, that there was food poison done to him while in Duke County, and he returned back to Bor in Jonglei when he was very sick. And after when he was in Jonglei, in Bor County, he came for medical treatment, then he was transferred to Juba for further medication. And while in Juba again, he was airlifted to Nairobi in Kenya for further more treatment. Now, it appears as if he is in a critical condition because one, someone cannot be done that subsequent or frequent referral from Bor County to Juba, from Juba to Nairobi when he is not critically sick. Now, reports indicate he is now under medication or he is under treatment in Nairobi County. But then the deputy governor of Jonglei State came out and said that the claims that Riek was poisoned are false, and that Riek is not poisoned. He has blood pressure, but he is attending treatment in Nairobi County and he is very well. The deputy governor claimed he talked to the governor yesterday on Wednesday and he is doing well. But these are information that are coming on. We don't know if it is true, if he got the food poison in Duke County while for the official visit, or it is indeed the blood pressure. I think in fullness of time, the truth will come out about his sickness. But one thing I want to talk about this is the state of our healthcare in the country. That a country that is nearly 15 years old after independence is still unable to have medical facilities that can take care of emergencies such as the one of the governor. I mean, I believe that even up to now, they are still, I have the belief that maybe there are private healthcare in the country, if at all the government cannot afford to have very comprehensive healthcare centers that can manage issues of very important people like the governor of Jonglei State. But I believe that the private sector or the private healthcare could still take that. But it's unfortunate that even the private healthcare centers cannot manage issues such as that. So this is so troubling that every single time when any of these politicians fall sick, they have to be transferred to either Nairobi or even to other out of the continent, to countries like in India and other countries. This is unfortunate. I think it is high time that the government needed to prioritize some of these sectors, especially the health sector, and not just the health sector, but we do also have the education sector that I feel the government need to pay attention to, but especially the health sector. I mean, every time the government takes out people out of the country, especially those officials who work for the government, we pay a lot. The country incurs a lot in terms of the treatment and all this. So we are literally taking out money of the country, money that's supposed to be just used and kept within the country, but we have all these good health center facilities. And I feel that the chancellor of Juba University, that is the chancellor of University of Juba, was very right when he gave a request that the university takes over the hospital, the Juba Teaching Hospital, because of the condition in which the hospital is. I feel it would have been better that if this hospital is given to one of the very serious institutions to be managed by it, because I mean, the biggest hospital in the country, in the names of Juba Teaching Hospital, is unable to to cater for some of these health problems. There are so many health issues that are coming out from the main hospital in Juba, and very minor issues that could be solved by just the government making a very slight decision. But it's unfortunate that even up to now, these problems are still not solved, and that every time someone falls sick, they'll have to be transferred to either Nairobi or Kampala or Egypt or where. I mean, this is so shocking. And this does not only happen with these government officials, even private citizens, that sometimes it's very hard to afford some of this money. They are still forced to travel to all these foreign countries to just get attended to by medical doctors that on a very minor and subtle issues that would have been actually done back home in South Sudan. I think this is so disheartening. And just as we are in a period of the fiscal budget proposal or the budget to be debated in the parliament, I think these are some of the sectors that the members of parliament need to look into very seriously and make sure that there is a very good chunk of money being given into this sector, especially the health sector, and that issues such as these need to be taken care of. Emergency issues need to be taken care of in this hospital. And I think it is also high time that the country get with a very comprehensive healthcare system, so that like we can have citizens can have access to healthcare at the free or reduced cost. I believe that South Sudan has no shortage of resources to fund all these sectors, to fund the healthcare sector, to fund the education sector. It only requires political will. If the people in top positions have the will that this thing get done, they can get done easily. If the government wants the country to have a free healthcare system, they want to have a free education system, it is very simple. This can easily be done. But what is required of the top leadership is political will. If they are willing to do so, then it will happen. And this decision needs to start from the top position of the country, and that is right from the president. He needs to give direction on how things need to be done. And I feel this is a very serious issue, especially in the health sector, that it's not only these people in top positions that are facing it, but even the private citizen. At least those people in the government positions, these people sometimes have a very comprehensive healthcare package that is taking care of their health. But now the private citizens who have nothing have to strive for their health. They have to be forced to go outside the country. And this is so bad. As I said, it is high time that the government look into this healthcare system. Thank you guys. Tell us in the comment section what you think about this issue of the governor of Jonglei state being flown to Nairobi for treatment. Thank you so much. Until next time, I'm Emmanuel Taban, and this is the Concerned Podcast. Thank you. On our business section for today, are you a South Sudanese parent living in Uganda who desires to preserve your child's national identity, cultural values, and academic continuity without sending them back to South Sudan? Then worry no more. Excel International School proudly offers South Sudanese families in Uganda the opportunity to access the South Sudan national curriculum in a secure, nurturing, and academically enriching environment right in Uganda. As you pursue stability and opportunity in Uganda, your children can continue their education seamlessly following the South Sudan syllabus, guided by qualified, experienced teachers who understand both the academic standards and cultural foundations of South Sudan. At Excel, they deliver genuine South Sudan curriculum, strong moral and academic foundation, experienced and culturally grounded educators, safe and supporting learning environment, and convenient campuses both in Kampala and Arua. For the Kampala campus, they are located at Zambia opposite the American Embassy, or you can contact the principal at 077-168-2831 or 074-2288-712. And the Arua campus is located at Adalafu in Arua City, or you can contact the management at 077-3498-768. Admission for the 2026 and registration for the 2026 academic year is ongoing. Parents are encouraged to register early as places are limited. Give your children an education that connects them to home, heritage, and hope without borders. Excel International School. Fear God to excel.